Planning to fly in 2025? Then here's the update nobody's talking about. TSA is no longer just checking what's in your bags, they're checking what's on your phone. New TSA security focus: 5 apps travelers are urged to delete before flying. And this isn't just a rumor or minor policy tweak. Encrypted messaging platforms, crypto wallets, VPNs, dating apps, and even foreign app store downloads are now all being treated as potential national security risks. And if one of them even looks suspicious or unexplained, you could be flagged, questioned, or delayed before you even reach passport control. Here's what you need to know before your phone becomes the problem. 5 encrypted messaging apps: Telegram, Signal. If TSA demanded your phone right now, would Telegram or Signal instantly put you on the radar? That's not an exaggeration, it's already happening in 2025. Encrypted messaging platforms like Telegram and Signal have become TSA and CBP security red flags. Not because they're illegal, but because they make it impossible for authorities to see what's inside your chats. And that instantly raises suspicion. There are now multiple verified reports from U.S. travelers in 2025 that say their screening was delayed. They were intensely questioned or even forced into secondary inspections simply because Telegram was installed on their phone, even if they weren't using it. Why is this suddenly a problem? These apps provide zero visibility communication, no message previews, no metadata. Some even hide entire chats behind biometric locks or secret passcodes, which means officers can't quickly verify if you're a normal traveler or someone who's hiding something dangerous. Here's the key point most people don't realize. TSA can't force you to unlock your encrypted chats, but they can legally detain you and your device for further inspection. And they have, repeatedly. So if you're not actively using Telegram or Signal for legitimate defensible business, experts are now openly recommending one thing before you fly: delete it temporarily. Not because you're guilty, but because the US airport system now treats digital secrecy as the reason to slow you down. 4. TSA now flagging crypto wallet apps. Did you know that the airport security isn't just checking your bags anymore? It's quietly scanning your phone for signs of money laundering? In 2025, TSA and Homeland Security have intensified their focus on cryptocurrency and trading apps like Binance, Coinbase, and Trust Wallet, and travelers are getting flagged more than ever before. What once felt like a harmless investment app is now being treated as a potential financial crime signal at international checkpoints. Here's the problem. Crypto wallets are encrypted, fast, and often anonymous. To TSA, that's not innovation. That's a potential money movement they can't see or track. If your wallet isn't clearly tied to declared income or verified business activity, it could immediately raise suspicion. And this isn't theoretical anymore. Reports from mid-2025 confirm multiple cases where travelers were pulled aside for extended questioning just for having active wallets with recent trades or unusual high balances. You might be thinking, wait, crypto isn't illegal? And you're right, owning these apps is perfectly legal. But TSA isn't just checking legality, they're checking intent and risk. Homeland Security's recent advisory makes it clear. Anonymous or undeclared funds crossing borders are now treated as potential laundering threats, even if you're just a retail investor casually holding coins. Travelers have reported agents asking unnerving direct questions like why they need an offshore crypto wallet, who are they transacting with abroad, or whether these assets are connected to undeclared business income. If your answers feel vague or unprepared, your trip can instantly turn into a federal interrogation. So, before flying, ask yourself this: do you really need your crypto apps logged in and active at the airport? Because in 2025, TSA will no longer just scan metals, it's scanning motives. 3. Why TSA is flagging VPN users now. Most travelers still assume that airport security is just focused on their luggage. But in 2025, TSA is far more interested in the invisible internet connection on their phone. According to new cybersecurity directives, VPN and proxy apps, the very tools people use to protect their privacy, are now being quietly flagged at U.S. airports. And if the VPN is routed through a non-U.S. server, TSA treats it as an instant digital red flag. Sounds extreme, right? The logic behind it is unsettling. VPNs hide a traveler's real location, encrypt traffic, and essentially render online activity untraceable. That's perfect for privacy, but to TSA and Homeland Security, that level of digital invisibility creates one uncomfortable question. What are they trying to hide? And it's not even about proving guilt, it's about eliminating uncertainty. And in a world of border security, uncertainty equals risk. Can you believe that privacy itself is now becoming suspicious? Early 2025 reports confirm multiple travelers being pulled aside just for using VPN servers in China, Russia, the UAE, or unknown offshore locations. TSA agents have reportedly asked questions like, why do they need to hide their browsing location? Is this for personal use or undisclosed business? If it's corporate access, where's the proof? Isn't that intense for something most people activate without a second thought? What's even crazier is that most people don't even know that several popular VPNs are quietly owned by foreign companies with questionable data policies. TSA does. And if that app is on their watch list, heightened screening is almost guaranteed. So now the real question becomes, is that VPN on their phone protecting their privacy or accidentally making them look like a digital threat? Because in 2025, TSA isn't just scanning devices, it's scanning motives. Isn't that wild to think about? 2. Dating apps now risk TSA interrogation. Most travelers would never imagine that even their love life could land them in TSA security, but in 2025 it already is. According to new travel security assessments and U.S. cyber enforcement briefings, international dating apps like Tinder, Bumble, and even niche global matchmaking platforms are now being quietly reviewed for foreign influence exposure. Sounds unreal, right? Can you believe that airport officers are now scanning romance apps alongside passports? The concern isn't dating, it's location and message trails. These apps often connect users with people from countries that appear on the U.S. heightened risk monitoring list. And TSA's position is simple. If someone appears to be communicating with foreign-based unknown individuals, they might require additional questioning. What if a traveler can't explain why they were chatting with someone under a region under intelligence watch? Isn't that wild? And just to be clear, these apps aren't banned. The TSA won't force anyone to delete them. But under revised 2025 guidelines, officers are now allowed to ask why those apps are installed, who they've been talking to, and why their locations are set to certain countries. Imagine being asked to justify your dating life at the airport. What would you even say? This isn't about love, it's about vulnerability. From espionage to social engineering, Homeland Security sees foreign targeting dating apps as possible pipelines for digital manipulation. And with the election season, cyber warfare, and global conflict tensions rising, they're no longer taking chances. So here's the scary question. Is that innocent swipe right now being treated as a possible intelligence risk? Isn't that insane to think about? 1. Non-US App Store downloads now a TSA risk. Most travelers assume airport security is only looking for weapons or suspicious items. But in 2025, TSA has stepped into your digital life. One of their biggest red flags? Apps downloaded from non-US or unofficial app stores, especially APKs from Chinese, Russian, or unknown marketplaces. Sounds extreme, right? But can you believe TSA now treats foreign app downloads as potential cyber threats? Here's why. These apps don't go through Apple or Google's US security verification. That means they could contain hidden trackers, surveillance code, or backdoor permissions the user isn't even aware of. Homeland Security's concern is simple. If a foreign entity can access your device, location, or messages, you may unknowingly become a security risk. Isn't that scary to think about? Reports already indicate that TSA digital screening teams have begun flagging travelers whose phones show unknown source APKs, side-loaded software, or apps listed in Mandarin, Russian, or Arabic without proper declarations. Questions being asked include, why is this app not from an official US store? Do you know what permissions this foreign app has? Are you aware this could transmit your data offshore? Even if the traveler claims it's just for streaming, payments, or messaging, the very source of the download is now a risk. And suddenly, a simple app install becomes grounds for deeper inspection. So here's the wild question. How many people even know where their apps were actually downloaded from? And could something they installed months ago now raise red flags at the airport? Isn't that crazy to imagine? Which of these apps shocked you the most? The fact that dating or VPN apps can get you flagged? Or that foreign app downloads could trigger a TSA inspection? Drop your thoughts below. And if you've already been asked about your phone or asked to unlock your device at airport security, we definitely want to hear your story. And make sure to subscribe and hit that bell icon, because we're about to break down every new digital rule, device searches, AI border surveillance, biometric profiling, ETIAS, smart immigration, everything travelers need to know before their phone becomes the reason they're being stopped at the border.